Mark,
Hey,
I
Paul.
was going to ask you what you're reading, but everyone could see what you were reading.
Admiring Superman's dust jacket.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes. He has a very unique suit. We'll talk more about that right after this. Hey, what's going on?
Welcome
Uh,
back.
Thank you. Welcome back. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you're alerted so you're to subscribe. I'm thinking about guess that key where you need to do that in order to win wonderful prizes. But don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave us a comment. Let us know how you're thinking about the absolute universe and. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that whenever we upload new content,
That
you
was the
are alerted to
notification
it.
bell.
There you go. That was a notification bell. See that's what it sounds like. If you have that happening on your phone, you're doing
That's
okay.
the production quality of this show. We have sound effects now, timed sound
Exactly.
effects.
Happening real. This is like Wild Kingdom for the internet.
It
Like,
is.
let's watch as Mark hits the notification bell.
Absolute Superman issue 2 is out, though. What did you think of this bad boy, Paul?
It is interesting. It's doing a lot of good. It was basically the Lois Lane and Superman issue
Yeah, the
that
big
we kind of
introduction.
teased last time, but they end up being chuffed to each other for a while.
Yeah, it's rough being chuffed.
Yeah.
Rough being chuffed. Did you just go with the A cover first off?
I did. My foil cover this week was the Superman Noir #1.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I
Foil.
grabbed one of those. I got one of those right here. I gave
Yep.
this one away, though.
Yep.
But yeah, they have this really nice 1 in 25 you got on the background here. That was actually pretty nice.
It was. It was very nice. Yes. The issue starts where it's a flashback to Krypton. Jason Aaron making a little bit of a meta statement here about AI.
Oh,
Basically,
yeah, not a
it's
fan of it.
yeah, exactly. Basically, what happens is we go back to when Kal El was in school, and he has it's basically done like a Zoom type of a call.
Yeah,
So
it's his
there's
school. It's
yeah,
his version of school. Zoom on call. He's in bed, half asleep.
right.
Teacher asking about the report he turned in. Where did you come up with these ideas? Like I wrote them. Why didn't you just copy what the AI Google basically tells
Right.
you? That's crazy. Like you want to know something, you look it up and you just copy verbatim what we tell you.
Right,
He's like,
exactly,
no,
and
I'll learn
that's
this my own.
that's Jason Aaron's comment on AI is that
Oh yeah.
basically as opposed to what we have here, they're expected to use AI in his school.
Yeah, I hope that we see more creators doing kind of jabs at Skynet
exactly,
like that.
exactly. Yeah,
New Team Connor all the way.
the only thing that would have been more appropriate is if the instructor's name was like Constructor Matina.
Oh no! And then we turn the page and we go back to right where we left off at the end of the last issue in Brazil, with Lois Lane having cuffed herself to Superman and having it at gunpoint, saying like, "No surrender, we got you, surrender." And he's just like lifting his arm up, looking at the cuffs, talking to the suit that he wears named Soul,
Saul. Yep.
asking what these are, and it tells him they're cuffs, and then he mispronounces them chuffs.
It was
And they go
Chuffs.
back and forth like I don't have not enough energy left in his reserves to get these chuffs free. So Soul, his suit says, "Well, let me take care of it for you." And his suit comes to life like we saw in issue 1. The light up, the motion, and it surrounds Lois in his hands and starts spinning and moving. Where Lois starts bugging out, and then the rest of the Lazarus people show up. The military people, the peacemakers, they show up, guns drawn at Superman and Lois with the suit, what they call attacking her.
Right. So we find Lois is basically saying, hey, if you just calm down, you know go to your knees, this will all be over, it'll be fine. And he's like, no, I can't do that. So he's like taking her, he's like flying away with her. They're shooting at him. She's starting to freak out and everything. They finally land. They met. Yep, there you go.
That was a great scene. We get the first shot of him, his instincts to protect Lois in that scene too.
Right.
Her own people just haul off and fire at him, and he just
right. And at one point, they start to talk about this planet and everything, and he starts to talk about his planet, and Saul's basically shut up.
Yeah. Between talking back and forth, she realizes he makes a statement that lets her know he's not of this world, and to get out of here, he has to activate the dust.
Right. Right. He actually, talks about, if you look up in the sky and everything, there are, lots of different, planets that are there that are revolving around stars. Most of them do not have any life on them. You basically saying, you people on Earth don't know what you have, how precious it is for the most part.
What do you mean, you people on Earth?
Yeah. So they continue to battle and everything. We then get a series of pages where Lois is basically writing her report on everything that happened. And she basically says
the heroism that she witnessed.
Right, exactly. That he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to quit. Basically, he is someone that is both, an awkward, in many ways, an awkward boy, but also, and a steadfast, adult, fighting for what he believes in. And the both of them are basically equally as present and equally as needed and equally as, what's the word I'm looking for? Present and equal. I think those are enough.
It's enough adjectives for him.
Yeah, exactly. We have one final at the end of the report that she has written. We have one final discussion between the two of them. He basically flies off and leaving Lois to have to do the rest of her report. Which she has to do with, it's funny because there's a little bit of symmetry here. She hates to write reports.
She has her debriefing with Brainiac when she gets back to the Lazarus Corporation after this. And everything she says, Brainiac, who looks like she can't see him. She's pretty much talking to a computer, turning it in. We see Brainiac on the other end. He's pretty much taking everything she says and turning it into what he wants it to say to pose Superman as a threat and a reason to go after him and to keep going. And by the end of this disposition, she realizes that she didn't get out what she wanted to get out. She's not happy with the outcome of that back and forth, and she's going to write her own report despite hating to write. So we see the birth of the journalist Lois Lane by the inspiration from meeting Kal-El for the first time with this.
Yeah, he basically asked a lot of leading questions. Like he says, can he be controlled? Well, we need to kill him. And she's like, he can't be controlled. She's like, okay, so then we got to kill him. He's like, that's not what I'm saying.
I didn't say that. Only deals in absolutes.
Yeah, we then jump back again to Krypton. And this is something that I thought was really interesting. We learned that it was actually Lara, at least in this universe. Lara was the one that built the spaceship, not Jor-El.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same technology that Saul, his suit, is made out of. We see them manipulating the same light-up energy stuff or material that his suit's made out of while they're trying to put together this escape vessel of a sort. And it looks really small. Yeah.
They basically, we see that he did have a dog called Crypto. I know, it's sad. He did have a dog called Crypto on Krypton.
I can't believe he never had a dog.
I can't believe he never had a dog. But then we bounce back to the we bounce back to the current time. We see Lois again, typing on her computer. But then we jump back to Buenos Aires, where we see the Peacemakers who are working again for the Lazarus Corporation. We don't know who is in charge of the Lazarus Corporation yet, other than that Brainiac either is in charge or he works for them as well. And we see that the Peacemakers are basically not too happy with the miners.
No, they took a loss at the expense of themselves. Superman protected the miners, so they just decide to go weapons free and just go open up fire on the miners in their little encampment.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we end up with the tease that we're basically probably going to see Krypton exploding in the next issue, because it says next the last days of Krypton. So we may see Superman Kal-El leaving Krypton as a boy, not as a baby, but as a boy. In the next episode, but a lot of action here in this particular issue.
His cape was awesome.
Exactly, we're learning a lot more about his suit. Interesting to kind of finally get the dynamic between him and Lois, other than what we had from the small.
The suit's made of some kind of dust. We don't know how, why, or what, or how it's activated, controlled. Thought that was cool. Right. We also saw that in the montage of Lois writing about him, that the more he was active, the more his suit was diminishing, and we even see him like partially skin exposed. So his suit's very much a part of his power set, or an extension of his power set, much like a utility belt would be for Batman. His suit is for Superman.
Right, and I mean, this issue was called "The Dust of Krypton," so it was basically showing, like you said, shows how part of the suit works, some of the limitations that it has. Just kind of some interesting things. It's a really unique aspect, a different aspect of Superman than we've ever seen.
And they definitely hit at the core that we want to see as well. He was definitely Superman. Again, through that montage, him and Lois carrying survivors enveloped with the dust, and him just with Lois attached, saving every person along the way through their day from being collateral damage in this battle that's taking place. So we got to see the nature of Superman is definitely front and present and absolute. So
there you go. Looking forward to the next issue. This is an off week for Absolute, but we'll be back with Absolute Batman. Comes a week from Wednesday, so we'll have that. But
Christmas episode.
Chris, don't forget the Christmas episode of Guess That Key is coming up. It coming up on December 18th. It's an OG episode, so we'll have Jake and Jesus from Spec Tales.
Make sure y'all go check his video he posted with the prizes for the Christmas episode, because those are the ones that Paul's bringing those, but there'll be more. I've got a prize coming as well. So there's massive giveaways, multiple giveaways. So come hang out, celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa with us.
There you go.
Get some keys and dude, get yourself a Christmas present just for hanging out.
It'll be like there'll be so many gifts. It'll be like Santa Claus threw up. It's Wednesday, December 18th, 9:30, right here on this channel. Don't forget, now I'll tell you, don't forget to subscribe, because you got to be subscribed in order to win in our Christmas Guess That Key episode. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the comment button, hit the aforementioned notification bell so you're alerted whenever we upload new content. And don't forget to, in your comments, tell us how we're doing. Let us know how you're liking the Absolute Universe. What else you might want us to cover. We're probably going to be taking a look at Elseworlds in an upcoming episode as well. So let us know about those
next
as
week,
well.
right?
Yep. So we'll be doing that. But that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I am Paul. He is Mark.
But we are Legion.
And you're now leaving Sector 2850.